show them the way, cause they real nerds on the street like Braille. The way I make them feel words on the sheet.
Just across the Hudson from downtown Manhattan, we welcome you inside MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the New York Giants. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. On the return, it's Robinson. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. He'll get back to the former volunteer, Jalen Hyatt. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
We'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on 1st down, and that'll go for a gain of about 4. Troy Dodd there to make the tackle. Brings up 2nd down. From the 41, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Alohi Gilman. And the Chargers are going to get the football here. They force the INT on the game's opening drive.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
On the ground, here's the 1st-round pick from April's draft. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. To the left side, catch made by McConkey.
Number 15, it's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Shotgun now for Herbert. Open man, right side. He's got it. It'll be a pickup of 10. And the Chargers have the 1st down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
1st and 10. Here's Hampton. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like you might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Catch made there by Allen. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag back in the backfield. Is it a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll go with Hampton. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 13-yard line.
They'll go again with Hampton, and he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
Gain to the stop. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
3rd, they need 8. Throwing now is Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Chargers are out to an early 3-0 lead.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
And he is stopped at the 25, and drive will begin there.
25-yard line.
For Tracy. And he dances away from one defender on his way. Gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 3. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chain.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not having it. Going to lose a yard.
I can tell you firsthand as an offensive guy, we never loved playing in the rain. I always felt like the defense had the advantage. They know it wasn't going to be much of a passing attack, hard to handle the ball, a lot of turnovers. So they've got to have a lot of early focus offensively and try to get something on track.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Out of the gun, 3rd down. It's Dark. Taken in right side by the tight end, Johnson. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Good coverage by Putty. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up.
At their own 27-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Hampton. Off the sideline to the 40. And he is out of bounds at 45. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick 1st down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
They'll run it for the first time with Najee Harris. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So just a lone field goal in the 1st quarter of play. The Chargers out to the early lead. More from MetLife Stadium after this. It's the Chargers with the football to begin this 2nd quarter. 2nd and 10 as we are ready to get back underway. On 2nd down, here's Herbert. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
So these screenplays, they always seem so commonplace. They seem a little bit routine, right, Mike? But really, for them to work, there's a huge, significant timing element to it where the offensive line, the back, you can't be downfield too early, but you can't go too late. There's so many reps and reps that allow certain teams to be really good at the screen game and allow certain teams to just never really get their screen game off the ground.
A gain there of 11. It's good for a Charger 1st down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
And they bring them down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another 1st down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Trying the left side, and here's Hampton. This time the sliding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
Herbert to throw on second down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Throwing is Herbert on third down. That one complete to McConkey. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, LA.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
On first down, it's Hampton. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up first and goal.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves first and goal.
Hampton. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Now, Herbert. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Oronde Gadsden. Touchdown, L.A. It's his second touchdown of the year. Dicker good with the extra point. And the Chargers are out to a 10-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And he's got it at the 1. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
On second down, Dart. That's taken in. What a catch by Neighbors. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
Good for a Giants first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And a shotgun. It's Dart. He gets that complete downfield to Slayton. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Dart. He's got it! And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. That pickup good for 29 yards.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
Throwing again, Dart. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
To the air again goes Dart, moving to his right. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Dart gonna throw it again. Left side in the hands of Neighbors. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
It's fourth down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are on the board. It's now 10-3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Gray going to return it. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. Herbert now on first down. That's complete. It is Trey Harris. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. A good spot here. Second and a yard.
Second down at the 27-yard line.
Throwing, Herbert. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Glad McConkey the one he was looking for. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
We'll try to run for it with Hampton. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football.
First down.
And these are the tough yards you judge it back by, Mike. We used to say to our backs, hey, even if we don't block everyone, you've got to be your own blocker. Like, you have to find a way to get 1 yard and keep this drive alive. And I think he's able to pick up that first down by about a yard or 2.
Herbert now on first down. And open down the field. That's Harris.
And this is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Throwing on first down is Herbert. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Now a screen set up for Harris. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. They get 24 on that one. And the Chargers have the first down. From the gun, it's Herbert. This one finds McConkey.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
And this will be incomplete punt. There's a flag back in the backfield where the quarterback is. They may have got him after he released the ball. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. He'll find an open man. It's Allen.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second, as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. Here now, 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. And he'll take it on in. Tyler Conklin. Touchdown Chargers. Point after now from Dicker. He's got it. And the Chargers move out in front by the score of 17-3. Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. This fielded at the 2. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First and 10, here is Dart. Open man downfield is Smith. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Now a signal, timeout call, 9 seconds left to play in this first half. Here's Dart on first and 10. taking a shot downfield for Smith. Oh, he's got a defender right with him, and it's an interception. Picked off by Tarheeb Still. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Los Angeles. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick six for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, and now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick six.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Ray going to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Play action now. It's Herbert. Right side and hauled in by McConkey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
Oftentimes in the NFL, Mike, blitzing a good quarterback can kind of be feast or famine, because what you do is you actually speed up their process of identifying the open target. So in this case, it's an underneath.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Motion man is Harris. Herbert to throw. This defense hitting their ears back, coming to get him again. Brian Burns in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Here's Herbert. Looking middle and complete with Allen. They needed 19, and that is exactly what they got, and they convert on third and long. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Conklin goes in motion. Run between the tackles for Hampton. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Allen in motion. Another run here with Hampton. And he'll get forward for a couple. Brian Burns comes off the edge to make the play. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. A tough spot here. Third and long. And this will be caught right sideline, but no, out of bounds. The official says incomplete. Receiver could not get both feet down. That's going to bring up fourth down. The Chargers get set to kick it away. Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully.
At their own 14-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Dart. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll be second down.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
They need the 24-yard line as they come up for third down. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. Down the field, but it falls incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he is going backwards. Good coverage there to make sure he did not get free.
At their own 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run with Hampton. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. On the ground, it's Raheem Sanders.
This is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. When you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down, and in this case, they do it for a loss.
Once again, it's Sanders. Room to run at the 35. Crazy. Not quite to the end zone, but in great position out of bounds at the 3. That is a big play for L.A. 42 yards. So the big play gets him down close. And now it's 1st and goal. Harris will take this one into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
That's fielded just shy of the goal line. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
20-yard line.
On first down, Dart. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
Dart going to throw here on second down. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And will bring up third down.
So, Mike, you find yourself in some of these inclement weather games, whether it's rain or snow. Really, the challenge falls on the defensive side. They're usually more in a reactionary position where they got to change directions and they got to react to the plays and the movement of the offense. So what you want to do in these bad games is keep the ball underneath, tackle well in space, and say, okay, offense, snap that slippery ball one more time, throw it one more time. Just make them go the long way. Don't get them off the hook by giving them a one-play score.
And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. The Giants sending out their punter.
Darius Davis on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. It's a pistol run, and it's Hampton. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now, Herbert. He's got the hook up downfield with McConkey. And he will go all the way. Pat McConkey. Touchdown, L.A. Kicker now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Chargers stretch things out even further.
Giants 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
At their own 22-yard line.
It's not enough. You sell it, but it's not enough. You that reach there, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on it. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I mean, yeah, somebody gotta do it. I say the G, watch him do it. We survived outside, all from the music.
Play fake, now Dart. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. That is the 9-time Pro Bowler Khalil Mack in there to drop him. Loss of 5 to start the drive. To the air on 2nd down. Dart. That one pinballs around, but is incomplete. Darius Slayton was the intended receiver. And 3rd down coming up.
And you see the coach on the sideline just kind of shake his head. He's got to have a conversation with his quarterback to just make better decisions. I mean, that was almost his 3rd interception of the game. He's got to just take a deep breath. Don't continue to force throws into bad spots. Take what's there, find the open target, and maintain possession.
3rd and long, and Dart is going to throw. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Shaheed Stills. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
There's really no other way to put it, Mike. This has just been a rough outing for the young rookie quarterback, and I think everyone understands going into these games, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be learning moments that these guys are going to gain that they can only gain through experience. The problem is, it's really hard to have positive learning experiences when you throw 3 picks. He's got to see the field better. He's got to anticipate better. And ultimately, he just needs to play better for his offense to have a chance. The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hacks to the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw here. keep that game to nothing.
Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop it for no gain yet again. And now it's third down.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Throwing is Herbert on third down. And that is incomplete.
A little miscommunication there. That brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
And the Chargers will punt, getting set to kick it away. As he's on to punt for the second time. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line.
13-yard line.
On first down, and he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. 2nd and 5.
Brings up second down at the 18-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Dart. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Giants.
So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. Right back to Neighbors. He's got it again. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Back-to-back targets, back-to-back completions. That one for 16 and the first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Dart. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. Dart gonna throw it again. He's gonna take a shot down the field. That is caught! And they are into the end zone for the first time today. Tyrone Tracy, touchdown, Giants. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. This will pay off with touchdowns, right?
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Gray going to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the ground, here's Sanders to start the drive. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
Brings up second down.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. He'll keep it on the ground with Sanders. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7. He'll bring up 3rd down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They try to run for it with Harris. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it in. He does. First down.
And this is just a defeated defense at this point in the game, Mike. It's been like this all day long. They just have not been able to get the stops when they've needed them. Here's another chance on 3rd down, and they just can't make a play.
And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd down at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. They'll run the toss here to Sanders. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Pick up there of 13. It's good for a Charger first down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. They'll run with Sanders. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
And this defense holding their ground. They'll stop him for no gain. 4th down, straight ahead. Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt. And how about that play on special teams? Perfectly done. It checks up right at the 1-yard line.
Project S. This ain't what you want.
To throw, it's Dart on 1st and 10. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately his passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Throwing again from his own end zone. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
From his end zone, he'll throw it on 3rd and long. He's got his man. It's Smith. They gain 18 yards on that long. First down, Giants.
And the Giants
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
To the air again goes Dart. Open man downfield, that's Neighbors. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
10 at the 38-yard line.
To the air once more is Dart. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. That ball's broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down. Throwing again, Dart. To the outside, complete to Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds awfully close to that first down marker, but they're going to mark him just short. So third down coming up.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And he will have a Giants first down. He has it by plenty. They keep the drive alive here on 3rd and inches.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing is Dart. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Watch the run. Tight end, watch the tight end, tight end on, tight end on.
Dart. Wide open, middle of the field. He's got his receiver. He's taken down just shy of the 10. 19 more on that one, and another first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Throwing, Dart. This one's broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Now second and 10.
The throw is Dart. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up third down.
Third down and 10.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day,
to the goal line and in. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, New York.
at this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
His kick is good. Makes the score Chargers 38, Giants 17. Graham Gano to kick
So
off
out
for
is
New York.
Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Gray gonna return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. 2nd and 11. victory formation here as he's down to a knee. They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. So it's a win for the visiting Chargers. They finish off the first month of the season perfect as the victory runs their mark to 4-0. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.